Terrybot has joined it. There we go. Someone joined me. Hello, Lunatic. Did I not put on my... that I was gonna stream early today? Did I not put on my schedule? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says right here. Yeah. Yeah, so we're getting birthday hell, in a sense, this week. So if I didn't stream today, I wouldn't be able to stream on Saturday either. I thought I could stream on Saturday, turns out I can't. So, didn't even notice? Yep. Yep. I am too consistent, and that is the birthday. Everyone already expects me to stream at this exact hour. There are people who like stream whenever they want, and people still join them. I don't understand how that works. But yeah, today we're streaming early. We're streaming Pixel Art 2 because weekend is gonna be interesting. So yeah. Gonna do whatever extra work I can. This is very early in the morning for me, actually. Hopefully my brain will be working properly. So we'll see. If I feel like I can't work, I might do Limbo's Mirror Dungeon instead. But we'll see. We'll see where the stream takes us. So yeah, the ad is almost done, and we can start. I've been working on 2 commissions at once, and I think I might be able to finish both of them today on stream. Should be funny. I wanna see if I can do that. I really want to. And oh, here we go. We can start. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing today? Today it's more pixel art day because I want to finish these commissions ASAP, and I'm gonna have a bunch of birthdays to attend. Yes. So. Well, not a bunch, but like shoe. Anyways. Yeah. Today we're still working on Red Eyes commission. And also working on a commission by Whiskey, an isometric commission. Yes. I think we should start with Red Eyes. Red Eyes is the closest to be done. We just need to put it together now, essentially. Red Eyes Ryoshu commission? Nah. Unless you have a commission where I draw Red Eyes Ryoshu, in which case that would be a commission. But yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna temporarily merge down this one. There we go. Anyways, unfortunately I'm broke. Ah! Thank you for the tier 3 sub. Oh my god. And just say you're broke. Be careful. But thank you, Lunatic. Thank you. 35 months, my god, you've been with me forever. You have been with me forever. Jeez. Has it been that long? Oh my god. Red eyes flat. There we go. That should keep me from doing anything regrettable to the actual file. It is been a while. And you... I'm amazed. And you're not sick of me yet? Wow. Wow, I must be doing... I hope I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. Wait. There should be a third layer here. Hold up. Why would I be sick of you? I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Let me see. Did I do a badge? No, I didn't. I'm just done. Kiba is nice and comfy and good friend. Ah, thank you, Lunatic. Thank you. Yeah, I did a dump. Hold up. Let me... Oh, thank you for the follow, Miss Cute. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you.
Mrs. Cute joined the Ninjalings.
Hello, how are you doing today? Elite. I guess it's like the deep-seated fear of every content creator. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Let me... Welcome, a Ninjaling. Don't forget you get your complimentary Ninjaling. We also have the pet new Ninjaling. You love my avatar? Ah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really like it too. I really like it too. I did change genders on occasion, so do be aware. Let's see here. What was I doing? Right. We're doing this. Let's take just the... Gonna have to delete this one. We're gonna add this... What? Did I do wrong? Come here. There. There we go. This is the layer. Let's go. Huh. But yes, welcome, 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 welcome. I do pixel art, I play RPGs, I play retro games, and I am all around Funtime Ninja Wolf. That is very comfy according to my chat. Yes, 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 yes. Hope you're doing good today. Alright, so about the framing here. Tentacle whip is a little bit lower. Okay. So. Here's the plan. I already got the animation pretty much ready. Look at this. If you're wondering about that last part, don't worry. It's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense, I swear. So let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. So first things first. Actually, can I think I can save time if I export this whole thing at once, like this. But yeah, the character will be flying. That is a slight just don't worry about it. We can fix this real quickly. Why is the onions not working? The onion forgot. Yeah, the onion forgot. Okay. There we go. Nice, nice. Perfect. And thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, also, I have disguises. I can be a maid. I can be a Gyaru. And I can be a maid Gyaru. Wow, so much versatility. Yes, 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 yes. Whoops. All right, so now we got the Dingoes. Yeah, we've been building up on this model for a while now. Lunatic rigged it. Lunatic in chat there rigged it for me. I did the pixel art. And okay, so this part here is the loop, right? Yeah. Go. New empty frame. Now we take these. We extended this animation a little bit. And basically, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. For this first part, Red is gonna get attacked by arrows, not Chicken. Chicken is last. Where are the arrows? There are the arrows. I made these before the stream. So now what I want is this, like this. I think the arrows should be hitting around here. Let's put the arrows here. This is perfect. Then we trace back. Let's trace the arrows back. And let's see how fast they are moving. Because I want them to move fast, but not too fast. And ideally, at the exact same pace. How far is the pixel here? Okay, so here, okay, I already fuck it up a little bit. That's fine. There we go. Gotta go exact the distance in order to make sure that the speed is constant. Otherwise, the animation starts to look choppy. If you're not consistent, it looks choppy. Believe me, I tried to do that as like a style, and it did not work. Unless it's some sort of special projectile that actually gains speed over time instead of losing it. But overall, that's not a thing. Overall, that is not a thing. So usually projectiles either... Is this for a game? Not really, but it is meant to simulate a game. It is meant to simulate a game. To the point where, technically, if my commissioner just decides to make a game, I can provide them the whole sprite sheet, and they can use it for a game, like no problem. Okay, so let's see. The arrows feel a bit too slow, don't they? I'm gonna speed them up. So we're gonna do 3 frames distance. Three pixels. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. They're gonna arrive at their destination fast, but that's okay. 3. Gotta be real, I use mirror frames on literally 90% of my animations. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. I might add that on here, but I do want the projectiles to be recognizable. So it feels like the character has time to react. is essentially what I'm going for. So I'm trying to not use near frames on these arrows yet. So let's see here. Okay, they seem to be flying faster, but they do look a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a little bit, I think. Let's see. We're gonna have to use them. Kiba, you took off red fingers with one of those arrows. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can fix this. We can fix this. I should probably put the projectiles on a different... Wow, now red has a... Well, it's fine. It's fine. I really should have used another layer for these, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Because I have a plan. Yeah, I think the arrows are way too slow, aren't they? All right, hold up. Let me do something else real quick. Where is... There we go. Yeah, so the idea, what we're going for, right, is this portal jigama thingy here. 3-frame animation portal. Red is gonna use is gonna create a portal to protect themselves from the arrows, right? So that's essentially what we're going for. Because that's the power showcase Red wanted to do. Red wanted to showcase their portal magic. Red wanted to think with portals. So now I need to find a way that shows the projectiles as a threat and at the same time give Red enough time to cast the portal. How to properly animate this? Let me see what we got so far. Okay, so like this. Let me take these two here. 2 more frames. And we make it opening. Hello, Brokeman. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good today. Hello. Now we do this. Doing good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. This one. Then we do this one here. Oh, hold up. How many pixels? 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. Hold up, let me do some stretches real quick. Okay, so we gotta fix these arrows. That is nice. We can probably do like a little blob here when it's starting to cast. Oh, you know what would be cool, actually? It would probably be pretty cool if the portal moved forward a little bit. Just to be like, yes, I am projecting the portal, you know? Don't mind the projectiles, I'll fix this later. Like, you can literally just do this. There you go. So, kind of like this. Yeah, that looks natural, doesn't it? Nice, 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 nice. That works. I could also add a little aura if I want to. And why is the finger off? Probably something I did, something dumb that did. There we go. Thank you for the pet, Lunatic. And I just realized it. We have no music. I forgot to put the music. Sorry about that. You guys really gotta warn me. I get too concentrated sometimes. I work in silence a lot of the time. I mean, I can work in silence just fine, but you know. Not very good for a stream. It's not very good for a stream. There we go. Like this. So let's add some smear here. Thank you for the lurk, Brokeman. Really appreciate it. So yeah. And add some extra smear here. There we go. I could make it then move faster too. You know, it's also a thing I can do. Oh, just to pretend that they are what? Wait, I did the smear on a different. Oh, okay. Alright. Anyways. Just to give a more flight. More flighty effect, I can put them here. Right? And let's add some extras here. Just a little bit. Then we go back to this regular one. That's on. Now it's on the right. Okay, there we go. Right, then going down. I could make it then go right, so this is more separate, closer. Re-add the smear. We make the arrows go a bit closer this time. They're huddling up a little bit. And let's see extra smear on this one too. Huh. Basic smear, basic height. A little bit more, a little bit upper. Wait, I can pretty much just take this one. Nah, better do this by hand. Hold up. Hold up, I'm gonna get confused. There we go. They spread out a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Chrono Trigger music is on a whole new tier. It is its own thing. See here, and here, and so chat. Hope you're doing good today. Hope you're doing good today. I watched a little bit more of a bad anime despite Norek's concern for my health. It's fine. I can survive bad anime. Doing alright, kinda tired? Ah, I see. Then hope you can get some rest too, lunatic. Now for people who come to my chat, you're probably wondering, why do I watch so much bad anime? And the answer to that is very, very simple. I watched the isekai where the main character wanted to die. Oh, what was that one? The name of that one? Not Allow It in Another World? It's interesting, it's interesting. Honestly, it's actually much better than I gave it interested. I gave it's much better than I gave it credit for. Looks a little bit smoother. Looks a little bit smoother. Let me check. The arrows still feel a bit stiff in the animation. I think the speed is fine, but they look kinda stiff. I wonder. Maybe we need to actually go wild with the blur. I think we might need to actually go wild with the blur. Like we were too shy with the blur before. Maybe we need to do something like this. Maybe this is the blur we need and deserve. Yeah. I think this is it. I think this is the blur we need. Yeah, I think we definitely were too shy with the blur before. I think this will look much better. Yeah. But yeah, the Another World Isekai, I actually, it started to grow on me. I don't necessarily like the main character much. Kato ran away? Aww. Mostly because the motivation is kinda weird at best, but there is the idea that every hero who enters the Isekai world is fucked up in the head in some ways, and technically the protagonist is no exception. But the protagonist happens to have the exact kind of fucked up the world needs at the moment. So yeah. So I think I'm starting to understand better what the author is trying to do. I really like the gimmick of the idea that like they're basically treating everyone like stand users in the show. And honestly, so far, outside of like the guy with the antlion head on his arm, most of the guys who appeared, and I can say this because I watched a bunch of isekai, have powers that you will actually see in this season of isekai anime. You will actually see a guy with the power to gain the power of whatever the hell he eats. There are several like this, including Remonster, and that time I reincarnated as a slime. And one of the main villains just happened to have that power too, and was misusing it. And the whole idea that the powers also correlate to some trauma that the isekaiers, the transferred as they call it in the anime, had in their lives, and the key to defeating them is figuring out said trauma. I thought that was pretty neat. That was really, really neat. I already thought about, had an idea about an anime being like that, where it's like, but like not, it would be like an agency, the Isekai Repo agency, basically, where their job is to take the protagonist back to their world after their job is done. Hopefully it'll learn after they learned something valuable or whatever. But some heroes would not like give up on their power fantasy. So you would need a repo agency to get them away, because let's be real, isekai protagonists, their presence kind of warps the power level of the world, because they're usually so OP. It would be a fighting anime, honestly, if we're being honest. Now, there is one that I highly recommend for you to watch, Lunatic. It's The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. It's probably the best well-written isekai I've seen. It has nothing to do with Redo of a Healer. I might have talked about it before here on this channel. I might have talked about it before. The basic idea of the anime is you have. Yeah, I was a bit concerned about Redo of a Healer. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. I have to say though, healing magic is used in a very, very interesting way in the story. And the best part is, the protagonist Kun isn't the one who figured out how to use healing magic like that. He actually has a mentor, and she is super cool. She's super cool. Shout out to really cool female mentors. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Absolute badass. Should be, I believe the anime should be called the badass way to use healing magic. Really. But the title does its job pretty well of communicating what the hell the anime is about. Essentially, you have Shy Protag-kun that goes to school, and he really wanted to be noticed by his senpais. But he's like, I'm kind of a nobody, there's no way they're gonna notice me ever, you know? But then, one fateful day, during, there's like a big downpour, and both his senpais are like, hey, wanna share umbrella home? It's pouring out there, it's gonna be bad for your health. And he's like, yeah, sure. And then summoning circle happens, and they all get isekai'd. Yeah, they didn't get hit by a buzz on this one, because being able to go back home is part of the plot. Man, still feels a bit sluggish, doesn't it? I don't know, it's not bad, but it's not great. Yeah, I am thinking about that. I am thinking about that. Honestly, just do this. Oh, wait. Hold up. We have an issue right now. We have an issue. I didn't put the arrows in a separate frame from the body animation. So, in order to do that, I'm gonna have to do this, so... Yep, it did bite me. It did bite me. It really did come to back to bite me. But it's fine. Also, is this mirror on a different layer? Sometimes. But not really. I just forgot to delete in the other layer that it was. Easy enough to fix, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, this is easy to fix. Super easy to fix, barely an inconvenience, okay? Ah. Oh, this one is absolutely in the wrong layer. There we go. 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 And there we go. But yeah, so basically, the way the story goes is protagonist Kun gets summoned with his senpais to another world. But there has been a slight mistake. Protagonist Kun was not supposed to be there too. Only the senpais are meant to be the hero. And now you're probably wondering, uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna have an edgy arc where everyone hates Protag-kun and they want to get rid of him? And the answer is no. No, no, no. They're actually pretty nice about it. They're like, sorry for the inconvenience. They are very much sorry for the inconvenience. They didn't really mean to do that. And they invite Protag-kun to just chill out of the castle. I deleted the portals? I deleted the portals. Wow. Okay, here are the portals again. And apparently some of this mirror was in one of the portals. There we go. There we go. Okay, is there any more smear in the portals? No. Okay, there's just this one floating pixel here. There we go. Okay, 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 okay. We did it. We fixed it. We fixed it. Kinda. kind of fixed it. Still got some work done. Yep, I was really hoping that I was going to get it right the first time. That's my hubris bit me in the ass. But here we are. Now we are good. So here's what I'm gonna do actually. Here's what I'm gonna do. There. What? Trippy. Oh, this was still on this layer. Okay. What else did I miss? This. There we go. Let's see. Actually, much smoother. Much smoother. I can put the thread a bit earlier, like here. We could also make it, can we, how early can we make it? I think at best is this one. Oh, nick of time. There we go. There we go. Okay, we did it. Now we can proceed. Empty frame. And I learned my lesson. I am putting the projectiles on its own layer. Alright, gotta set up now this Thursday. Alright, Lunatic, have a good one. Oh, you're gonna stream today, right? Alright, have a good stream. Okay, have a good one. Gonna do some limbos? Good luck. Oh, good luck, good luck, good luck. See here. Now we have the diagonal portal. I think I need to increase it a little bit though. Because it's meant to fit this boulder and I think it's not big enough. Bye bye, good luck at Pixel Art and hope you have a good stream. Thank you! Good luck with your stream too. Have a good one. Alright, alright, alright. So now we continue. I think I can enlarge the hole by 2 pixels. That's what I also said when I was doing an SFW art. Ha 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 ha, not really. 1, 2. 2. One, 2. 1, 2. There we go. Man, remember regular show? There was this one character who would do mom jokes, but he was kinda dumb. So he didn't get how mom jokes worked, so he made all the mom jokes about his own mother. And thank God they weren't dirty. Because he was probably too dumb to make them dirty, but if they were, that would have been really, really, really even weirder than it already was. Kind of like, you know who else can, I don't know, fit 5 wieners in her mouth? My mom or something like that. It's silly. It's a silly concept. He was kind of a bully character, but not really. There we go. Oh, I think this one frame is larger than the others. I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing? It kinda is, it kinda is. I didn't, add instability to the portal animation. Oh no, actually this one is smaller than the rest. Which is okay if I am doing the expansion, but not so much for the actual. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Now we can begin with the other threat. And we finish with the most threatened threats of them all, the chicken. Also, I kind of fuck it up a little bit here. Portal's not supposed to be here, port's supposed to be here, there we go. No, I do, there we go. There's the boulder. Can take the boulder a bit earlier, I think. There we go. Got the boulder. I want it around this height. And oh, just a second. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. BRB, BRB. And we're back. We're back. You know, chat, lately I've been in sort of a spiritual journey. Yep. I've been looking at really bad anime and trying to figure out, but not obviously bad anime. I've been looking at anime that's far from being stellar, and I've been trying to figure out where did this went wrong. Because the anime I'm looking for in particular are the ones that have interesting premises. And even though the premise is interesting, the anime somehow flops magnificently, you know? That kind of thing, basically. And I've been finding quite a few, and I've been trying to unravel the mystery. Why does this flop so hard when supposedly it has the makings of a good story? One of the animes I found recently that's kind of like that, it's called it's a light novel one. Usually the light novel ones are exactly like that. It's called The Strongest Sorcerer in the Demon Lord's Army is a Human, which is basically the premise of the whole show. There's this human that got picked up for some reason by a mage demon, and the mage demon is like, I'm gonna teach you magic now. Even though technically demons and humans have been at wars for hundreds of years, I decided to adopt you. You war child orphan, of which, I don't know, I'm probably responsible for creating 1,000 of them since I'm technically a general in the Demon Lord's army. But I felt really bad for you in particular. So there you go. And could be it's an interesting premise. There are questions in that plot, like why would the demon general bother to do that at all, right? But here's the thing about anime like this. They have interesting questions. They don't have interesting answers, is what I learned from watching them, you know? You can't quite make do with just a good premise. You need to have a good execution. And that's usually where they go awry. They don't have good executions. This is usually, I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty obvious that an anime that you could consider as bad cannot have a good execution. But like, there are a lot of things that are wrong. That could be the reason why the anime is bad. Like, for instance, one thing that is bad about that anime is that the protagonist is a mage. And like a really, really powerful one. So he kind of just casts whatever we don't really get time to be very familiar with what kind of magic the protagonist knows. At least not in the anime. Maybe in the light novel there's like a spreadsheet of all the spells that the protagonist can do. Which in itself could be a narrative issue, mind you. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so let's see. Chum. Chum. Okay, I like that one. The entrance though doesn't feel like it has the momentum that the yeah, let me see here. Yeah, there's your issue right here. There's your issue right here. The rock should be around this height. Yeah, kinda like that. This one should probably not even exist. Maybe like this. And this frame definitely doesn't exist. But other than that, there's fluidity. And now we can portal up here. And do this. There we go. We got we can make here. But yeah, like the so I hear this like I don't know if I told this before. There was a time where I was like, I wanna write stuff. This was before I picked up pixel art, right? So I went down the rabbit hole of looking for writing advices on YouTube, which I'll be real, completely undermined my ability to write good. I don't know, like every video about writing is like, top 10,000 things you absolutely should not do, otherwise people will point, laugh at you, and tell you how tiny your pee-pee truly is. You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, not that the advice in those isn't solid, but also not necessarily very good for building up your confidence, you know? Because some of these are like, have you taken into account the local geography and the Mesopotamic precedents of your starting village? You should think about the economic consequences of every single farming item they have to make sure that your world building is consistent. Otherwise, it's poo-poo garbage. Some of them can be a little bit extreme, you know? The people who write these videos are usually really really into world building, and they're like, this is how you go about to be Tolkien. But the truth is, not a lot of people are Tolkien. Not a lot of people want to read Tolkien. Tolkien, is a little bit too detailed with his world building sometimes. Okay, so let's see if this is entering properly. Alright, no complaints, no complaints. Think we can make the portal closing here already. So yeah. And then because of that, there is a side of me that is very, very interested in how a lot of light novel artists do the things that are said that are wrong. They don't really seem to care. And honestly, if it got an anime adaptation, it means at least the light novel sold pretty well. So they're doing good for themselves. And sometimes honestly, I have found in more than one case where the real issue with an anime isn't even probably the author's fault. It's the director of the anime's fault, because the pacing is murder. So sometimes you can't even say that the light novel of the bad anime is actually bad. Because this is a very recurring theme in like bad isekai / bad light novels, where there are stakes, the stakes are set up, and then they are like immediately dashed like bowling pins in less than one episode. Sometimes you will have an episode where this group of bandits or villains is established to be the most murderous, cutthroat, evil guys throughout the land. And protagonists appear and is like, huh, lucky for me, I ate a slime that gives me the power to shoot goop out of my ass. And with the power, and I immediately trap all the bandits with the goop of my ass. And now the day is saved. You know? That actually happened in one particular anime. It was called Remonster. The guy ate a spider and he could shoot, well, it wasn't out of his ass, but he could shoot webs. And if you know anything about spider biology, you know where that web is really supposed to be coming from. So, yeah. Hold up. I can do this easier. There we go. Ah, no. Interesting. But the main point is, it's like you don't. A lot of these light novels, this light novel anime, feels like you're watching the protagonist playing bowling with his challenges. the writer is setting them up only for the protagonist to like knock them down like they are bowling pins, right? With ease, and no, there's like no satisfaction. There's no satisfaction. Sure, technically, in a regular story, victory is assured because protagonist is protagonist, and if protagonist dies, there's no story. So really, there really isn't much drama. And like, will the protagonist Kun be able to save the day and stop the war? It's usually in the how that's the interesting part. That is the part that the writer should focus on a lot when trying to make a story. And a lot of these are very bad at delivering that. They're very bad at delivering the how. Like, oh my god, there's this super powerful evil entity. How will the protagonist Kun ever defeat it? It's okay. I have uber mega stats. And you can read it all here on the spreadsheet on how powerful I am. And how I'm going to defeat how I am defeating the bad guy now. And it's like, yeah, I can see that. I can see you have really, really high strength. And I understand that you can create warp gates to other dimensions and one-shot everyone. But is that interesting? Like the other day I saw an advice, a writing advice video that said something that I thought that wasn't necessary to be said, which was, don't make a story where your character can overcome every obstacle with the exact same answer. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty obvious advice, I guess. If the protagonist can solve every situation that appears in front of them with the same thing, of course it's not gonna be an interesting story. And the guy who was writing it even gave the most basic example possible. He basically described a character that had the power to manipulate gravity, right? And it was like, okay, the concept was pretty simple. He was like, okay, so, wow, chicken mancy. Hold up. Behold, I have learned the power to manipulate chicken! Wow, such amazing magical power. See, let's say the protagonist has the power of chickenmancy. He can manipulate chicken nuggets at will. And then he meets an antagonist, like a bully or something. And the bully is like, I'm gonna beat you. And the protagonist is like, no you won't. And then he shoves chicken nuggets down the guy's throat. He chokes and passes out, right? And then there's a bank robber. Oh my god, what the protagonist gonna do? So the protagonist uses his chickenmancy power to shove nuggets down the robber's throat. And the robber passes out. And then there's an evil pharmaceutical overlord who is exploiting third world countries. And then the protagonist comes and shoves chicken nuggets down the pharmaceutical overlord and he faints. You can see how, even though I added escalation, it doesn't make a lick of a difference because the protagonist keeps doing the same thing over and over and it always works the same way. So, like, that's the bad writing. That's the bad writing that seems to happen a lot in these. It either happens in one of two flavors. The protagonist has a power that's so powerful, so amazing, so awesome that he can just use it over and over until he wins. Or the protagonist is so powerful that he can just pull out any answer. His power is so versatile, he can pull out any answer to any problem without even really having to think about it. Or if he thinks about it, he thinks about it in a way that's pretty boring, like at home while watching TV. That is the kind of situation that happens a lot in these light novel-ish situations. Like in the case of the magician is the overlord, whatever. There is like a setup. There's a lot of setup because the guy is a human, even though he's part of the demon army, and he is trying to work on the inside of the evil organization to make them stop being evil, or to at least lessen their evilness, right? And like, wow. Hello, Camel God. What an amazing premise. You have a human who was raised by demons, but he still relates to humans, and he himself has to hide his identity as a human, otherwise he could be ostracized at any moment. And at the same time, this person who's in this very difficult situation is trying to help end a war from the inside of the Demon Lord's army. That seems like a very interesting premise. But it's not. The execution falls so flat. It falls so flat. And it's fascinating how flat it falls. Because it seems like it could be a very interesting premise. So the ways that it falls flat just keeps like impressing me, you know? It's quite impressive. It's quite impressive when you have a strong premise and it kind of flops really, really hard. So that's kind of why I like to watch these. That's why I like to watch these. I find them very entertaining in their own way. And it's also kind of an experiment on what works and what doesn't. So how does the story of the infiltrated demon lord guy fall so flat? Well, for starters, there's very little attraction. Everyone loves the guy. In fact, they love him so much that you believe that even though they're demons, if they find out that he is actually human, they might actually forgive that little flaw of his. In fact, that happens. That actually happens. There are demons who know he's human and don't care. His main battalion general knows that he's a human and she doesn't care. In fact, that just makes her hornier for him. She hangs by the swimming pool, wants him to loop her up with some bathing oil. She sleeps in his bed without his permission. She's very sexually aggressive, actually. And I hope you're doing good, Camel God. I hope you're doing good. We are streaming earlier today for reasons, this isn't going to be much of a thing, but I'll try to make sure this isn't a thing because I don't know how the time is to you. How bad is it, actually? I have questions. I have questions. Is this time bad for you? I need to get an average. For instance, this time is kind of bad for Lunatic because Lunatic strings at exactly this time. This is fine to you? That's good. That's good. That is good. Okay, so... Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a badge. Go. But then realization is struck. These are actually delicious chicken wings. So Red will valiantly... Well... So Red will valiantly close the portal. Let's see here. Yeah, I want the portal to be closed at the nick of time. So this one is already closed. This one is gonna be the little bloopy. I feel like the tighter the animation space is, the funnier it gets because it gets people by surprise, and it's kind of like a punchline, really. It's kind of like a punchline. There we go. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The Demon Army. Like, there are also other things that are outside of the writer's control that makes the show worse. The first thing is that, honestly, this is bootleg Overlord. It's just the show Overlord with a slightly different premise. Oh my god, that was so good. Yo, I think we got it. In the One Piece branded cookbook, they have the recipe for meat on a bone, and you know the One Piece meat looks, but it's lollipop with chicken leg, and that's minced over hard-boiled eggs, and then all of it covered in minced chicken. Ooh! Thank you, Camel God. I think I'm gonna add 1 frame for Red to breed though. Oh. Oh, interesting. This is good to know. But also, is it a fix? Hello, Cyberblitz Gaming. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink it right now. How are you doing today? Let's see. Whoa, not this one. This one. Good, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I was talking about an anime I watched. That's called the Human at the Demon Lord's Army or something. Question. 1 more pixel. 1 more pixel to avoid all this awkwardness. Let's see. Perfect! Perfect. Okay. The starting position was 3 pixels off. Luckily, I didn't have to change anything because of it. God, the weather today is just too dry. It's murder for the throat, honestly. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's see, now I could add some emotion to it, but then it would feel less like a game. No, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Let's see, any stray pixels. Any stray pixels. Nope, seems fine. Seems fine. Wow, this looks really, really good. A good thing I have a second commission to work on today, otherwise I'd be like, okay, so that's the stream, everyone. Thanks very much for joining me. But no, I have another one. We have another one. Save. Now here's the second one. This one is for Whiskey. A long while ago I did this commission for Whiskey as his interest king, and Whiskey really loves to add more stuff to it. So he added this one, which was the Sabaton celebration. The special thank you, right? Yes, we're adding 2 more characters this time. So now I just need to remember what was the regular... How many frames is the glass wiping? Yeah, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So now we are gonna start anew here. Yeah. Basically, I have a gentleman's agreement with Whiskey. I have a fixed price to add new characters. And he just keeps asking over and over. So it kinda is less work for me. Because I don't have to redo everything, I just need to add new characters. And add some extra animations to older characters in this case. And he gets to keep adding all his friends. Little by little. I used to have a similar gentleman's agreement with another VTuber who wanted me to do their string avatars. They had this very interesting idea that whoever was subbed had the right to a unique version of their mascot, right? Have you ever tried making realistic food in pixel art? The closest I've done to that is the Dungeon Meshi ones. Hold up. Where is it? Yeah, these ones. Aww. I mean, I think I still have leftovers. I just don't know how to get them to you, Camo God, honestly. The main issue is I don't know how to get them to you. So let's restart this loop. Okay, perfect, perfect. We have the base loop. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this a few times over. Don't worry, I know how. Just put my full address in chat. No. I also didn't mean it like that. I meant in the sense that taxation is a thing and a lot of... There's a reason why a lot of stores don't like to ship things to Brazil, which was, did you guys see that Nonoless made her mascot into like plushies, and the place doesn't ship, and the store that made her plushies doesn't ship to Brazil. They only ship the prototype to her, but they don't actually ship to Brazil. So like none of her Brazilian watchers can get it. She's even she's trying to find like a workaround just to make a giveaway, which is Jesus. Yeah, YouTube doesn't ship to Brazil even though they're doing someone from Brazil. Yeah, like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Okay, new layer. Dolly. And new layer. Be Ari. There we go. I heard peanut butter is hard to find in Brazil. Is this true? Honestly, you can find it on some supermarkets, right? But I have no idea if it's the right type, if it's high quality. Because it's something we don't really... We don't really do that here, you know? We don't really eat it. So it's very... Oh, oops. Lantern visible, there we go. So for that reason, right? Even if I get peanut butter, I'm not sure it's the right peanut butter. You know what I mean? Isometric mode flat. There we go. Saves me some trouble. I also heard maple syrup, but that makes sense since maple trees are in Brazil, so it would need to be imported. Yeah. You can only find maple syrup in importations. So, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna make, for the fun of it, because like I keep trying to make everyone have like a special way that they enter. If she just enters here, it's gonna feel like a repeat of her. So what I want to do instead is just make her fall from the sky inexplicably. There's probably a hole in the ceiling now that needs to be fixed later. I feel like that is, I feel like Whiskey would approve. I feel like Whiskey would approve that. You know, I could make her fall on her seat too. That would be pretty funny, I think. Oh, and the frame I prepared actually kind of fits. I was gonna use this one for landing. But I can just use this one. Let's test this. Yeah, I put the stool in the sprite to make sure. It seats perfectly. Okay, so the landing it needs to be a little bit more to here, otherwise it makes like this weird curve. So everyone just goes a little bit to the side. There we go, perfect. Obviously though, we need to make a little bit of an impact here, otherwise it's gonna look weird. So I'm gonna edit that impact. So with this kind of impact, while it's falling, the body is gonna slouch over slightly. Right, so the first thing we need to edit is the head. Needs to be a little more forward and a little lower like this. We can also add a little bit of that to the body. Like the shoulders here. A little bit like this. There we go. Now we take care of the dead pixels. The real friends aren't the dead pixels we made along the way. They're quite the opposite. They're the enemy. And yeah. So I've been trying to talk about this anime, right? The guy at the Demon Lord's army or whatever. It is so bad in setting up stakes. Like, it has good stakes in theory, but in practice, nothing matters. Nothing absolutely matters. The guy got... There's like this huge arc where there's like betrayal happening in the ranks of the Demon Lord army, and I just don't feel invested at all. Where do all that pixels go when they double die? They go to an isekai. They go to a very, very bad isekai, and they just float there. Actually, Camel God, you know where that pixels go? They go to poorly programmed games, and they're the reason why you get stuck in them. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I am so sorry. The double dead pixels, they reincarnate to get you stuck in an invisible wall that shouldn't be there, caused by exactly one pixel. That's them. That's them. That's the pixels. That's the dead pixels. That's where they go. The dead pixels in my pixel art to go to your game directly. We don't talk about where they go and they triple die. The truth is, Camogod, the truth is, they just keep hopping around. If you kill them in the game, they reincarnate in someone's pixel art, and when you kill them in the pixel art, they reincarnate into someone else's game, and they just keep looping. It's like a karma wheel or something. Yeah, the lore is strong. I can kind of hear a wee as I am making this animation. Go. And we can probably use some smear here. Now imagine send Whiskey a joke video where we make all the sound effects. We clown out a bread cup cleaning sounds. I need to actually I need to learn how to do video editing. Cause Blue Sky is gonna accept videos, but not GIFs apparently. So I need to turn my GIFs into videos if I want to showcase my animation. I hear DaVinci is a pretty good free video editing tool. I need to get that. I'll be real, I'm usually somewhat lazy to pick up like new things to learn because sometimes I feel like I would spend that time better learning the things that I already know, but better. Know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I could learn how to do this new thing, but that takes time from me perfecting pixel art. Although I do wonder if that's kind of an excuse because I am already used to doing pixel art, so it's more comfortable for me to do this thing than to pick up this brand new thing to learn. But you know, our time in a day is somewhat limited. And honestly, I am so glad that I picked up singing lessons. Because it's like once per week. And it's with a teacher, so it's like way more effective than trying to learn for yourself. Right? You should sing Fly Me to the Moon? Which one? The true version or Evangelion version? Any. Like I said, the teacher is our teacher is very nice. But like, if she wasn't, I would probably like, I'd be the first one to be like, yo, let's ditch this place. Momochi would probably try to give them more of a chance if they weren't very good. But I am a little bit of the sort of, give me an excuse to be out of here and I will be out of here. Make me feel welcome. But she's super good. She is super good. We told her that the main reason we are doing the sing lessons is mostly for voice training. Because we do stuff on YouTube and on streaming. And she is super nice. She picks up stuff specifically for us. She finds vocal warm-ups that are good both for singing and for voice acting too. She's a sweetie. She is an absolute sweetie. I really like the way she's handling the lessons for us. Oh yeah, nice teacher. They do the what's called now, Deku Voice. Deku Voice? What is Deku Voice? What is Deku Voice? What do you mean, Camogod? You mean like dubbed protagonist voice? Ah, there you go. Much better. Much better. The dub Deku voice is just a meme. I never heard it. I never heard it. I never heard it. I haven't seen the meme either. Ah. Okay, so now we are gonna make her ask for food. I think I should make like a little idle animation. But nah, let's not. It's gonna be faster than that. It's gonna be faster than that. Okay, so she is gonna order something. Hold up, I think I can reuse this. I can use this one. There we go. I never watched Hero Academia in general. Ah, okay. Not just the dub. I watched a little bit of it. I watched... Not a little bit. I think I watched a lot of it, but I haven't... You know, there is an issue with shonen anime of particularly the ongoing series. Ones where everything just turns into filler. Right? There are just too much filler, there's a lot of hype building up, but the material isn't there yet, so they have to come up with random bullshit. And ways to fill out said random bullshit. And I don't even know if it was random bullshit or not, but... There was a point where I was just like, okay, I don't care anymore. There is a point where you just don't care anymore, you know? There is a point where you just don't care anymore. And that's kind of what happened to me with anime. It was just taking too long. It was just taking too long. You know what? I think I could use an idle animation here. I'm gonna make one real quick. It's sad when anime just decides to skip over a bunch of stuff, important stuff, and just continue the story like nothing happened. You know, being on both ends of that, like... I watched a bunch of Bleach. I didn't watch it through the end. But I watched a bunch of Bleach, and they had a lot of filler arcs, and they tried to incorporate the filler arcs into the main narrative, but the way they did it was so annoying. Like, so annoying. So annoying. That it would have been better if they didn't. So, for instance, in the manga, there is one character that's a stuffed plushie, that's an artificial soul that is stuck in a plushie. Right, cool, fun concept. The character shows that mad science is afoot to the Soul Society or whatever, and you know, there's gonna be like some payoff to that later, right? Where maybe the plushie meets their creator or something, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. The plushie character even serves a purpose because he can take Ichigo's place when Ichigo's soul is elsewhere, so it helps Ichigo keep his secret identity. So, complete narrative function because it exists within the manga. However, in the anime, they needed a season to fill. So they were like, you know that concept of the artificial soul? That is cool. Let's introduce 4 new characters. Was it 4? 3? No, I think it was 4. 4 new characters that have that exact concept. And let's make them be badasses for the season. Okay, so these guys are pretty tough. These guys are like really tough. They have tricky powers, and Ichigo needs to beat them, and it's hard. And then at the end of the day, it turns out that they were made to help Ichigo train for some reason. And Ichigo learned a valuable lesson of combat with them. And now they are kinda just there. They don't have any purpose anymore in the story. But they are still there. Because the protagonists aren't a-holes enough to like just decommission them after their job was done, right? Because even though they're technically artificial souls, they have will of their own, and they are pretty much people because that's what the other character was talking about, right? He was like rejected test subject. But he was still, he still had feelings, he still had hopes and dreams. So we can't just kind of throw these characters in the garbage. So they're kind of just there now. In plushie form. Always. Providing the exact same commentary that the plushie would usually do. But now there are like more plushies there too. And even though they had like these really cool techniques and special powers when they were fighting Ichigo, they don't do anything anymore because they can't affect the canon plot. I never got into Bleach for what it's worth, but sounds interesting. Yeah, so here was the issue with the anime. Yeah, they're like, you know how in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse there are the canon events that the other Spider-Man are not supposed to intervene? It's kind of like that. There are the manga canon events, and then there are the anime events, and the filler characters can be added to the crew as long as they don't intervene with the canon events, even though they could. Like, one of the filler characters literally had, like, superhuman immunity. So, like, he could totally tank some hits for Ichigo or something in a bad spot where he was in there. And he doesn't because it's a canon event that Ichigo gets hurt by that blow. So, oh boy, does it get annoying? Does it get annoying? It gets annoying that they're there. It gets annoying that they're suddenly useless, even though there was a lot of build-up for them to be powerful. And it just sucks it just sucks the fun out of it, you know? It just sucks the fun out of it a little bit. There was also another funny thing that happened was that there was another filler where one of the main characters suffers from major PTSD after the whole thing that happens, and that doesn't change anything he does. He still does all the things, but on occasion they will use that PTSD memory as filler to be like, hey, remember how this happens? He is wounded by that. Anyways, he's gonna do the exact same thing that he did in the manga for the exact same reason, and the PTSD doesn't really affect anything. But we remembered that he's wounded. We remember. Lamau, it would be fun if they go completely non-canon, just start obliterating everyone in the way with the filler characters reading arc. Yeah. They can't do that. They are on a leash. They're literally on a plot leash. They're on a plot leash and they can't do anything. And it's to the point where you almost feel gaslighted because it's like... Oh, okay, I did an oopsie here. Huh. Why did I do this? No. I set this up so this wouldn't happen. And then I go and do a badge. Okay, I need to be more careful with these. I can't afford to have missing frames. I'm the strongest character you have fought yet, Plushy Exodius in. Yep. Yeah. That could be a thing, but it isn't. Because they don't have the guts to do it. However, I'm not entirely sure the alternative is much better, because this is what this kind of happened with Boruto, where there are a ton of side plots, and most of them don't happen in the manga, to the point where I don't know what's filler and what's real. I don't know what's reality in that show. Because everything that happens, like, kinda gets discarded right away. It's really awkward. Ah, I see what I did there. I see what I did there. I see where I fuck it up. Hold up. Okay. I found the errors of my way. There we go. I just wanna say how meta it was when Weevil threw those cards into the water. Like, that was a big moment. Honestly, that was a big moment. That was a really big moment. Also not sure how Joey just jumped into the water to survive it. You wanna hear something funny, Kamogod? You wanna hear something funny? We actually had here in Brazil a magazine complaining about that scene in particular. Because according to them, the show was teaching children to risk their lives for toys, which is absolutely not what that one was about, right? But yeah, that's the way they saw it. They were like, oh my god, you're teaching consumerism to children. It's not about the fact that Joey was trying to help his friend save his life or anything. No. This is completely about the cards. You don't understand, magazine. I will risk my life for these cards with my grandpa's heart. So yeah, I remember, like, man, people picked on Yu-Gi-Oh! So much back in the day. Complaining about anything and everything, I guess. Yeah, pretty much like the I don't know if you remember, there was like a satanic panic. Involving Yu-Gi-Oh! Because some of the cards had like magic symbols in them. So the religious zealotry squad was like burning their cards, being like, the dark magician, oh my god, it's dark magic. Yeah, you know, you say that ironically, but that was unironically how it was. That's unironically how they were, with lack of a better word, handling that. Yeah, there were you may not know this, Camogod, but there is a bunch of people who will back me up that they had their parents burn their cards when they were little and yell at them for playing the devil's game or something. Yeah, no, that was a thing that happened. Yes, all the cards burned. Man, those cards here in Brazil, those cards weren't cheap. Although, I'll be real, a lot of people I know never really played with the official cards, because those were very, very expensive. They were very, very expensive. So a lot of people may do with bootlegs. There was, because of the demand for the cards and how high the price was, there was no way to meet for the price to meet the demands, right? What people did was they resorted to bootlegging cards, right? So the parents were desperate because they wanted to give children what they want, the so-called cards that they wanted, but I believe a booster was 20 real at the time, which for the time was very expensive. Nowadays, it's if you find it for 20, you're finding a bargain, really. But yeah. Hold up, let me do something here real quick. So yeah, that was an interesting period. So someone, I don't know how, got a hold of a bunch of bases for the cards, and they started printing them like they were printing those collectible stickers, you know, the ones that have like albums. They're usually like there usually are like sports one and characters ones, you know. Maybe one day's cards will be cheaper. Just kidding. The Dark Overlord's making cards don't love such things. So they put them in they made these without the sticker part, and they put them in tiny little extremely cheap packs. You could buy these packs for like 50 cents. Imagine paying 50 cents for trading cards. The quality was terrible. It was barely legible. Most of the translations were horrible, but the kids didn't care because most of them didn't even know how to play the game because it's not like the anime actually taught them how, right? So they could have fun with the game. All thanks to counterfeiting. Hooray for counterfeiting! Woohoo! Yeah. Now, I was more of a diehard fan, so I actually didn't use. I actually paid for the original cards. Paid a kidney. Paid my kidneys for the actual cards, and I had an extremely large collection of common rares because the ratios were terrible. Kuriboh translated to brown fuzzy mothball, stuff like that. I remember there was a very infamous card from Kaiba, Lajin, the Mystic Genie of the Lamp. It's a card that's supposed to not have an effect because it's a vanilla beater. But there's a fake version of it that when you play it, it's Pot of Greed. It actually lets you draw through cards. So the balance was also not there either. There was no balance. But let me ask you this: when was the last time little children cared about balance? They want those powerful cards for themselves, and they will just complain about them if it's someone else using it against them, you know? Cause let's be real. Part of the fantasy of playing the card games was I have the rarest card that no one else has, and that makes me special. Got any valuable cards? Yeah. I played it for quite a while, But the thing is, I had too huge of a collection. There was no room in my house anymore for it. And it was getting a bit concerning, so what I did right before COVID hit was I sold them. I packed them into boosters that showed the first card. I would usually put like a rare card as first, and I sold them as card game bundles, where you have guarantee of getting the one that's in front, but you don't know what you're gonna get at the rest. And I put and I divided a certain amount of ultra rares, super rares, and regular rares in them. And it was up to luck whether you got the shitty cards or the better cards. And it worked. Cards that I had stuck in my pantry. I don't have a better word for it, so let's call it a pantry, shall we? I was finally able to sell them. What's the rarest card you had or have? The rarest card I had that I lost, which is sad, was a Ghost Rare Rainbow Dragon. It was so shiny. It was the shiniest thing you could ever see. Hey Tommy, welcome to the stream. You missed. Did it go off? My tits are on, so it should go off. Oh, hold up. VTS is not on. Now VTS is on. There you go. This is what I get for streaming way early in the morning, honestly. You have to tell me I missed. I have to let's see it. But Tammy, I have to rub it in your face. You know? I have to rub it in your face. Otherwise, where's the fun in that? You know? It's more fun this way. For me, specifically. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. I know something else you can rub in my face and I'll stop myself there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just gonna do a little dunk here with Pyrrha. Dying from last sleep, I see. Well, hope you can get a good sleeping schedule at some point. I know it's the dream. I know on Twitch that isn't really feasible, but you know. We can dream, or not, because we're not sleeping properly. So dreaming becomes hard. But you know. I hope a new person comes in Kiba's stream and says that the first message impression from chat. Beautiful. Okay, where's the cake? Where did I put the cake? There's the cake. Beautiful. This cake is gonna be very, very important. In fact, I even specifically took a sleep pill and still only got 3 hours. Oh no! Oh no! Is there something you're too worried about, maybe? That is not good. Cake. There we go. Dang, Ghost Rare Rainbow Dragon is worth a Yu-Gi-Oh box now. Yep. And that one I didn't even get to sell. That one just got lost in time. I don't know why, but it did. No, where's Dolly? There we go. She ordered the cake. And she is gonna eat it. Not really worried, just can't sleep, I guess. Worst part is I have D&D tonight. Good luck. Good luck, Tammy. Waiting for your turn in D&D can be hard. Is Yu-Gi-Oh more expensive than Pokemon? Camel God, the answer to that is absolutely yes. But you can get lucky. So what do I mean by that? Pokemon as a card game is a rotation card game. So building decks in Pokemon makes they have like a shelf life, so to speak. And they're not gonna be, and at one point they're gonna be rotationed out, and when they are properly rotationed out, that's not gonna be the hard part. It is surviving till it's 8 p.m. Ooh, God. Good luck. Good luck, Tammy. Good luck. But yeah, so decks in Pokemon have a shelf life. So you spend money to build a deck, right? And after the format is done, you have to build new decks. You have to build new decks. There are cards that stay despite the rotation, so you don't have to rebuild everything from scratch every time. But most of the times you're gonna have to get a lot of cards again. You're gonna have to reacquire a lot of cards. So there is a constant expenditure, so to speak, to build Pokemon decks. So I don't know how long a rotation lasts. I don't know if it's 6 months or 1 year, but like every period of time you need to spend more money to build a new deck. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh does not have a rotation. Yu-Gi-Oh has power creep and a ban list. So what do I mean? You can get lucky. Some decks are really, really good. They're really, really broken too. And sometimes Konami doesn't really seem to care that the decks are broken. So if you're lucky and you get a deck that's really powerful, the power creep doesn't affect you because your deck is really powerful, and the ban list doesn't really affect you as much because you can keep making adjustments whenever they tinker down the number of cards you can use on your deck, and you can add some new stuff. So you don't spend as much as you would building a deck from scratch, but building any deck from scratch in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's considered slightly competitive, right? Because of staples and low printing and shit that needs to be reprinted but isn't, can cost somewhere between $500 to 1K, if I'm not mistaken. The price range is somewhere there. There are meta decks that cost 2K dollars at the moment. And the tendency is for those decks to get more expensive as time passes, because there are less and less of the cards in the market and they stop at printing them. So it's very expensive. You don't get a guaranteed shelf life, because sometimes Konami decides that a deck should just die and they just kill it straight up. Sometimes you have a deck that's like a more budget-friendly deck, but it uses this one card that's very good, and without that one really good card, the deck doesn't have the legs to stand up on its own. And when that happens, guess what? You're fucked. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Or other times, the worst thing can happen. You spend a lot of money and you build a deck that you think is gonna be really powerful, that you think is gonna compete. And then it turns out it's actually just kinda mid. And then they release a deck that counters that deck completely. And then you have a pile of shiny cards that overnight lost all their inherent value. It's just worthless now. No one wants that deck anymore. And you can't fight people to pass on the cards. No one wants it. Sometimes because the price of the card is still inflated, but no one actually plays with that. In simple terms, they bend you over each opportunity you get. Indeed. Is this a stock market for children? Of course not, Camel God. This is a stock market for 30-something. Do you think children can still play Yu-Gi-Oh! With how complex the game's gotten? Have you seen the average size, text size of a card? Actually, hold up. Let me see if I can find a good one. I think any Snake Eyes card, right? I think any Snake Eyes card works. Whoa, hold up. Yay, Momotibot brought me some saltines. Let me see. Okay. I think this is a good example. Let me get to that real quick. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh! has been so unfriendly for children. But so unfriendly for children that they actually remade Yu-Gi-Oh! For children. It's called Rush Duels, and it's only available in Japan, and you get to play with cards that don't have a Bible of text yet. And I say yet because Konami is Konami, and Konami is gonna Konami. But here you go. This is the average effect. You can special summon this card from hand by sending one card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You can only special summon the Abel Black Witch once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of the Abel Black Star Witch once per turn. If this card's not a special summon, you can set one Sinful Spoil Spell Trap directly from your deck. During your opponent's turn, this card sent to the owner's hand or field to the graveyard. You can send one card from the hand or field to the graveyard. If you do, special summon this card. This is a simple one. This is a simple one. But you're like supposed to combine with the other, with one that when special summons another one and summons another one that summons another one, and then you summon another one and then you get like a ginormous payoff. Oh god, I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what it means myself. This one is a more simple modern one, honestly. Wait, what's the complicated ones then? I don't know if I can catch one off the top of my head. That is just a Bible. There are a few though. Let's see. Cause like a lot of these cards are like combo pieces now. So you read the effect of a card and you go, okay, I think I get it. But then what you don't get is that that card gets you another card that does different things, that will do different things. You have to do, and in order to get to the cards that you actually want on the field, you have to go through a 12-step play pattern in order to make the card you want to make. It is pretty ludicrous, actually. It's really hard to... you know how bad it is because it's really hard to explain to someone who doesn't play the game, because I don't even know where to start. Like, there's a deck that I play that is called Unchained because it has Wolfus as the main type of card, right? But that deck centers around self-destruction, so they can special summon other Wolfus on the deck, from the deck, essentially. And you have to do this display where you set a card, then you use a card from hand to destroy the card you set, so you special summon the card, so that card you destroyed will summon a monster because it was destroyed, then you use the effect of the new monster, then you join both of them up to do a link summon, and the card you use it to summon will search for another trap card that also has the effect that when destroyed will bring another monster, then you activate another destruction effect to activate to summon 2 more monsters on the field. Then you use their effect. Then you use the other effect to join up into this other monster. Then you use the effect of the monster used to join the graveyard to bring it back to the field by destroying your card. Then you use the card to destroy it to bring another guy. Then you join both of them together, and you get the second monster that you wanted on the field. And that's your turn. And that's pretty straightforward. And that is a very simple no-meta deck. You know, things are bad because people are needing, like, Sportcast narrator training in order to narrate Yu-Gi-Oh plays. Mostly they just wait for the guy to finish and say, oh, he is doing that play. Yeah, that is the average Yu-Gi-Oh turn. It's very average, there's nothing special about it. And then there are decks that play on your opponent's turn. Ah, I was on the wrong layer. Okay, that makes sense. And those get even more complicated. Because as I said, you're playing on your opponent's turn. I don't think I would survive. It's... Honestly, you have to be really deep in Yu-Gi-Oh! In order to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Which leads to an issue that the game has at the moment, which is how not being newbie friendly at all. Cause like, you could be like, but Kiba, come on, these are meta decks, right? The average playing experience can't be that, like not every deck's gonna be that, and honestly, with the new releases, they kinda are. Even like the more simpler or more fun-based decks, they kinda are like that too. And there's a bunch of decks that are like old now and they used to be good but they're not anymore. And they all still play like that because they use it to be good, so that was the play pattern of good. That's the play pattern of good decks. But somewhere along the way, what they did just wasn't enough, or they became fragile to interruption. One of the main reasons why I just play the old games, because they overcomplicated it. They did. You know, there is an actual name for what they did with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's called feature creep. Because you talk about power creep. But sometimes there are a lot of cards and decks that are still banned because they are considered too powerful. And they do keep these in check. They do keep some of the power level in check with what compared to what they want the power level to be, because Big Brother Konami controls the game. Contrary to popular belief, they control the game. They control how strong archetypes and cards should be. Mostly based on how well they want stuff to sell, right? So it's not like they are bumbling fools who don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they overshoot. That's normal for game developers to do that, but you know. And it's just being the roller coaster of, okay, so how do we sell the next set? How do we keep the players engaged in our cardboard trading game? And well, here's the thing. Turns out, people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Really like to make combos. And the bigger the combo, the more impressive the person performing then feels. So the reason why people like to play modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because making all these combos make them feel super cool. And I think there was like a study in Cardfight Vanguard where they noticed something interesting about the decks that were more popular, and these decks tended to have a lot of card shuffling, card handling, putting cards from one zone to the other, moving cards around. When people are moving cards around, they feel like they are doing more with the game. Not sure about something if I get hit by a wall attack for every menu I open, or Bible's worth of attack. That's just like the... They went too far. But at the same time, I've been following some Magic the Gathering content lately, and the cards are pretty lengthy in text too. They are starting to actually change some of the wording in order to fit more effects into cards nowadays. They changed their usual text of when this card enters the battlefield. They changed it to when this card enters, so they could have more room for stuff. It's like that one minigame in Final Fantasy X-2 with abysmal amounts of text. Which one? I'll be real, I still can't get over Drown Ball. Ah, orb ones, okay. I still can't get over Drown Ball. Like, I don't know, if I wanted to play FIFA Manager or something, I would play that, not a JRPG. However, I always like to play the card game ones. What a shocker. I know. Kiba likes to play the card game minigames. Ah, who would have thunk? Not my Ninja Pangolin. Unsubscribe. Unfollow. Cancelled. Cancelled on Blue Sky. But yeah, absolutely, like... I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Master Duel. Master Duel, I actually think it's fine. Even though the degree of complexity is absurd. Because, at least in Master Duel, most of it is automated, right? And I can more or less keep up. I every time I get a new deck, I have to like practice it, which is weird. but like that's how the game is. I can bear with it. I can bear with it. What is, but like playing in real life, man, that's the real challenge. That is the real challenge. I cannot fathom how people keep track of all their extra normal summons, of which progress of combo they are in, of how many cards they can activate not only in hand but in graveyard during the opponent's turn, and how many interruptions they actually have on the field, counting how many interruptions the opponent has on the field. That's where I draw the line, honestly. It's just too many moving parts to keep track of in your mind while playing against an opponent, possibly being nervous because you are in a tournament or something. That feels like so much. So much effort, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, I played this to relax, you know. Go play Elden Ring to relax. I think you're gonna have more success there. Go relax playing Lobotomy Corp. I think you'll find it more, you'll find it less stressful. That's just me though. That's just me. I don't know how. I understand it digitally. I don't understand how the physical card game is, how people can still playing that. Although my understanding is that less people are playing it now. There seems to be like a pro player exodus at the moment in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is, oh no, because they are having difficulty getting new players into the game, and if they start having a crisis where it's hard to keep old players into the game, then that is gonna complicate matters quite a bit. Especially for the people who make content, make a living out of making content out of Yu-Gi-Oh! I hear a lot of pro players are playing Lorcana now instead, the Disney game. Did you guys know there's a Disney card game? Yuk-Chu can play your Blue Eyes White Elsa today. Just sell your soul to the rat. Just kidding. Actually, they have alternative rarities for the cards, so Elsa is pretty cheap as long as you don't want the super shiny version of Elsa. But also, if you're a collector and you want a collection that's probably gonna be valuable, even though the card game dies, Lorcana is probably a pretty good investment. Because it's Disney characters, it's kind of like Pokemon. There's gonna be at least a nostalgia market for it. Oh yeah, and Camel God, you asked if the stock Yu-Gi-Oh was a stock market for children. People literally try to predict whenever a new collection drops. People will literally try to predict which cards are gonna be chase cards, and they try to buy them out of stocks to wait for the price to rise because of the scarcity and then resell them on the secondary market. So yes, just like in stocks, you bet on what's gonna be good and what's gonna be bad, just like you're betting on which company is gonna have a lot of financial success versus and gain more value versus which company you should sell quickly because it's gonna go downhill. So yes. But it's not for children, because mostly adults do this instead. This like this. Let's see. Okay, so you're probably wondering what the hell is she doing. Don't worry, there is a second person on this. She has not gone crazy. And that second person is Ari. And Ari is up to no good. Ari is up to no good. I think here is the best. And I think this position here is pretty good. Right here. Go. There we go. Yeah, like, honestly, most card games are like that. This isn't even a new thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been going on for years. Card games just do be like that. I remember Vanguard was not that different. Like, every time I wanted to buy a card, I was at the mercy of the store owner who just decided that this time this deck is gonna be super powerful, so I'm gonna charge an arm and a leg for it. I was like, guess I'm not playing that one. Guess I'm not playing that one that I really wanted to. Oh well. Oh well. I really wanted to, but I guess I'm not going to. That's the thing that happens. There we go. The final settings. Let's see here. Did you know that sometimes animating backwards is easier? Especially if something requires a specific timing between two characters. Like if you're gonna animate two characters winding up their swords and hitting each other, it's much easier to start at the point of impact and playing it backwards. Because then you don't get the issue of like, oh my god, this character is one frame faster than this one, and now the swords are gonna miss. You don't have to do it like this, obviously. But sometimes it works. Obviously, I'm not talking about doing that when alone, but like when doing the build-up like I am. It's not a bad idea. It just works exactly. Exactly. So now I'm gonna try to do something. I hope it lines the frames line up well. If they don't, I might be screwed, but we're gonna try anyways. We're gonna try anyways, because if it works, it's gonna look so cool. And Mama raising no quitter? So, yeah. So there you go. So there you go. Gonna move her tail up a little bit. What I'm trying to do? Well, I am going to attempt to make her do a tail swipe, where she swipes the literally swipes the cake away. Because this is what I've been hired to do, animate cake theft. Grand theft cake instead of auto. Good luck with that. I'm going to try and see if I can sleep anymore. All right. Good luck, Tammy. Have a good one. And you still miss it. You still miss it. Sweet dreams. Dream of hitting me. I'm gonna go take a Pocket again. No! No! My wife and my dog sleep there. And honestly, my dog would probably roll around in it, so please don't. I don't need that in my life. Thank you very much. Do you know that that's a hunter dog's instinct to roll around in poop? They roll around in poop to disguise their scent. Because you see, if they smell like poop, the prey will be like, wow, there's a bunch of poop here. They won't be like, wow, there's a predator trying to eat me here. So they won't notice. And then they can approach their prey more easily because they smell like shit. Fascinating, right? This is gonna require some extra special effects work. No, not rolling around in poop, I mean. Although if I had to animate that, I would cry. But it would take a lot of expertise to do that properly. Man, imagine being the guy who has to animate all the gross out humor in the 90s. Imagine the resume. Imagine the resume. Yeah. That one time when Stimpy adopted his own fart. Yeah, I was the animator for that. I animated the fart. And the voice actor is like, cool, I dubbed the fart. Yes, Camogod, it's Zari. It's Zari and Dolly. Let's see. So this second one is meant to be like an after shadow. Go. I'm gonna need to take the counter off so I can see better. Here we go. There we go. All right, so let's see. It's meant to be a swipe, so not a slash. So technically would be here. We can make it coiling a little bit. Like this. Let's see how this is working. Okay, so without the counter it looks too weird. I think that worked. I think that actually worked. That worked really good. I need to do this more. I need to do this more. I need to do this more. I like how this turned out. That's a really good way to animate it. Okay, this is a bit too soon. I can already tell that this is a bit too soon. I'm gonna have to delay this animation a little bit. I'm gonna increase the shock value. I expected to increase the shock value, honestly. Just like those 90 cartoons we were talking about, the shock value is really important. God, Ren and Stimpy was... Yeah, his name might as well be Stinky. Was fricked up in the head. I hear the author is kind of fricked up in the head too, which feels like it's kinda just how it is. There's like a lot of scandals in the animation industry about people just being fricked in the head. It's weird. But then again, there's one thing that I like to think about these news about certain people in certain industries being fricked in the head, especially in entertainment industry. is that there isn't anything wrong with inherently with doing the job. It's just that people who do jobs related to entertainment have a lot more exposure. So the percentage of people who are fricked in the head is higher. That are fricked in the head isn't higher. It's just easier to see. You know? So you just have a higher incidence of scandals because of that. It's kind of like with celebrities being fricked in the head and like VTuber scandals. There is more exposure. Like, for instance, people who aren't in the VTuber community have no idea that there was a scandal this week, probably. I don't know if there was a scandal on Twitter. There probably was a scandal on Twitter because it's Twitter. But I don't have any way of knowing that because I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm on Sky, and as far as I'm concerned, there are no scandals in Blue Sky. There are no scandals in Blue Sky, Sensei. So yeah. Every so often you're gonna have someone who is famous who is fucked in the head. And being fucked in the head didn't hamper them being famous, at least at one point. At least until it got unbearable to deal with them, because that's kind of what happened with the Ren and Stimpy guy. They essentially became impossible to work with because they were really big divas, and they were also mistreated their employees because their employees weren't able to read their mind and do things exactly the way he wanted them to do. Which is a common thing among some creatives where they just... They are in a position where they have the luxury and the duty to delegate their work, but they don't really want to, you know? They would really rather do the work themselves, but they can't. So they kind of expect everyone to just get what they wanted to do, and when people don't do exactly what they wanted to do, which most of the time they can't even explain, they kind of throw a hissy fit. So I'm gonna grab you. I think, however, the worst thing that I don't think there is quite anything as dangerous as a stressed out human who thinks they are owned something for their stress. That's usually how you end up falling on the dark path of stuff. It starts with you being very stressed, and then you start to think that because of your stress, of your position, whatever, you should have certain perks to help you with said stress. And that just starts, and your brain just starts using that as justification for doing stuff that you really shouldn't do. But it's okay because you're special. Look at all the good work you did. You're allowed with this. People should be glad that you're stepping on them as recreationally. Stuff like that. Like, obviously not that. That's like Disney cartoon villain level of logic, but some other stuff, like, I don't know, parking handicap space and going, do you know who I am? I'm immune to tickets. Everybody loves me, or something. I am allowed to go over the maximum quota of Discord kitties, or something, I don't know. Whatever. Or whatever the hell popular VTubers do. What do I know? I'm not a popular VTuber. God, I still remember fondly the day you guys taught me what the hell a Discord kitty was. Discord kitten, not kitty. And thanks, I could have lived without that one. I could have lived without that one. Believe it or not, I could have lived without a Discord kitten. Which I do, because I don't have one. Thank God. Hey Sharky, welcome to the stream. You came at the best of times. How are you doing today? Nope, you needed to know? I really didn't. I really didn't. I could have lived a long, productive, and fulfilling life without knowing that. Maybe it would have been even more productive and fulfilling if I didn't know that. But now, alas, we will never know, for I know the forbidden knowledge of the Discord kitten. I have been lurking. Nice! Glad to see you here today, even though I'm streaming earlier. Why not? Better to know what it is. I mean, if it's gonna come up in conversations, I suppose. Otherwise, I'm gonna think it like some sort of virtual pet or something. Man, can you imagine? Like, I know nothing about the Discord kittens, and I hear talking, and I like start talking like it's some sort of virtual pet. And keep us with Discord kitten. God, no! God, come on, God, no! Barfs. Oh God, no. Look, I have enough trouble with Momochi calling everyone who commissions me my sugar daddy. Okay? Momochi keeps calling all my recurring customers my sugar daddies. That's enough. That's enough. Please. Please. Give me a break. Just kidding. I love you, chat. I love you. I have a ton of fun like this, honestly. And to be real, I will admit, I do enjoy learning about new cursed things. I do enjoy a little bit of curse myself, which was why there was a YouTuber that I really used to like. He covered lighter, sort of cursed content. Not really cursed, but he used it to like make videos of memes from the furry IRL Reddit. Because of that, I am quite knowledgeable on furry community etiquette, and I gotta say, I see the overlap between furries and the VTuber communities in general. There is a lot of overlap. Gotta say. Oh, and there goes the bot. Thank you, Saribot. You are a good bot. Good bot. There you go. Man, it is kind of sad though that the only reason Saribot is a good bot is because he kills his kindred for us. I don't want to think about the ethical dilemmas of it, and thankfully I don't have to because they're just code strings. But it would make like a really kick-ass anime premise if you stop to think about it. And it actually is the premise of a kick-ass kick-ass game series called Mega Man X. That is the main ethical premise. Let's see. I think I can make it a little bit better by adding some extra rubberiness to this. Yeah, that actually worked so well. And now, where the cake at? The most important and crucial question, where's the cake? Whoa, oh, 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 oh. There we go. Man, this has been one hell of a productive morning, I gotta say. Gotta say. How's that for cake swiping animation? Wanna try something though. If I delete the cake here. No, it doesn't quite work, but if I delete the cake here and reappears here. It doesn't do the effect that I wanted it to do. It's fine. It's fine. Just want to put the cake a little bit over here so it doesn't feel like it's too much of a straight line. And there you go. Now, I am gonna... You're probably wondering what the hell is happening here. And don't worry about it. It's gonna make sense. But I'm gonna have to animate this a little bit better. Now... Where is it? I'm pretty sure... Did I do this right? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Well, everyone, it's time to eat. I am getting pretty hungry. So that's all the time I have for today. That's all the time I have for today. What will happen with this amazing animation? Well, you're just gonna have to tune in Whiskey String later and see the BRB screen work in action. But for now, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys next time, okay? God, I completely forgot to post it. On Blue Sky. Oh well, anyways. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one, and let's find someone to raid, shall we? Who is on this very unusual time? Right, Lunatic is on. Let's raid Lunatic. So once again, thank you, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Stay awesome, and when you think you can do it, when you think you're in doubt, channel your inner ninja and say to yourself, sure you can. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye.